Hey, this is Keelan Ann with Catra Ravenheart Productions, and this is Diary One for my LARP. I just found out about a LARP group that's near me, and I've joined them. It's a twin mask. What I have learned so far is it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of creativity, both written, with the costume, with just creating your character. Right now, I've had to look into a lot of the history, reading up on the Inquisition that happened. I am choosing to be an Elfindel, which is an elf, but elf is a derogatory term that humans gave. So I've had to read up a lot on the Inquisition, which was the persecution and the basic elimination of all the elves. When I do my character creation, I have to basically write my death. It reminds me of a few video games I've started playing recently. You die and then come back to life as a hero or just a person who has a goal in life that was not finished when they died, or with, revenge, just something in mind that your character came back for. Which oddly enough reminds me of Revenants, but this has nothing to do with Revenants. I've had to learn a lot about the map, the cultures, the different histories within the different cultures. Clearly my character isn't going to be privy to all that information, but when I create my character I kind of have to already pre-know that, so that way everything kind of lines up and matches. I don't know, well, I kind of know how I want to die, which is weird saying. I think I'm going to go with the purification during the Inquisition. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go yet, because I have to talk to a particular other character that I found had something similar in their death. And for some reason I was going to go into a little bit more detail in mine. I realized that their wikis for the characters probably don't hold all the information on that particular character, but I always like to keep copies of that. As everybody knows, I always have copies of even things that don't end up in my books about characters. I usually have information that is odd on my characters. I am going to have died during the Inquisition. I'm going to have been captured by one of the Inquisitors and tortured to death. Maybe for information. I'm not sure. Maybe for information on other locations of Elfindel camps, or that to me would make the most sense. I'm going to be an archer in this LARP. I've already decided that. And maybe do a little bit of melee, like two-handed weapon, just because I know that there are a lot of restrictions on the archery, as I've read, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But I do know that if somebody comes closer to me than 10 feet, I have no way of fighting unless I have a secondary weapon. So I feel that having a secondary weapon would be a smart choice. I'm going with more of a Skyrim's rogue approach. When I play Skyrim, I play with 3 main backgrounds. I use the assassin, the rogue, and the archer when I play. So, or well, not rogue, but thief is what they call it in that one for some odd reason. Another thing is I have decided on my name. I am going to use my pen name, Keelan, and my last name is going to be Torneath. Keelan means fair and slender. Torneath means sister of the forest. So I feel that the name kind of fits all the way across the board with Keelan Torneath, fair and slender, sister of the forest. I have also possibly decided on a faction or a group to join. I like Kaylin so far, seems really nice. Of course, I do have to meet everybody and find a spot where I fit in. But I like Kaylin mainly because of the leader's approach in that group on humans. I don't want to be outright angry and violent with them, but I know I do want to have issues with them. Anger issues maybe, or resentment. Resentment is a very deep word, and I believe I'm going to be resentful of humans, especially when I first have come back to life. But I do feel that the group Kaylin would be able to either slightly break me of that and maybe make me a little bit more comfortable with the humans, or not. Well, I guess we'll have to see. I'm not going to lone wolf it. You're not supposed to in LARPing. Not that I'd even have considered it. Some other things, I've met some interesting people. I've already found out not to trust anybody. Only trust yourself, your own opinions, your own actions. My first LARP is going to be as an NPC, a non-playable character, mainly because I am definitely not ready to PC yet, and I do want to get a feel for the ground and the layout before I just run in there. And I feel that that's a fair assessment, is to go the first few as an NPC. Plus, I also want to be able to help out, and I find that that's kind of a nice way to do it. Anything else right now is just in the works. I'm still working on my character. As I said, I have to speak with another particular elf before I just jump straight into my story. I, first of all, don't want to step in and make that person feel like that I have stolen their writing or idea. And I also don't want to assume that they're okay with it. Assuming makes an ass out of you and me. So I'm going to talk with them, see if my slight history that I'm starting is okay with that particular person, and maybe if we can somehow touch backgrounds as being friendlies or having known each other in the past. This particular elf was also a soldier or a warrior class, so I feel that because I am an archer, maybe I would have known this person, maybe we would have been captured together in the same regiment. He was tortured to death, so if I want to pick that route, could I have been tortured right next to him or in another room? Did we have some sort of a connection? And that's kind of one of the things about LARPing, is you do have to slightly make connections from your past, while also leaving it open-ended to other connections. Because LARPing is improving as well as having a pre-done script. So a past script of everything that's happened beforehand, and the current script that's happening now is all improv. Besides NPCs. NPCs aren't really improv, besides probably slightly on battles. You're more controlled by staff members or other lead council members. And that I find is a great mix, and I'm learning a lot about LARPing this week. So this is Diary 1. I will see you guys again on Diary 2. Hopefully I'll have some more information on my character for you.